I have been playing Myth Wukong for a while now. It's one of the most hyped up games from this year, but is it just that? Is it just the hype? Or is it genuinely good? Let's not beat around the bush here. By now we all know it's great. The Steam player counts and the massive amounts of videos from creators already reveal that. I was planning to post this video way sooner, but some real life stuff got in the way and here we are. I was planning on a whole suspense script, keeping all the viewers engaged till the end to know the answer. Who am I kidding? I would have just copied a template from ChatGPT anyway. In this video, however, we will take a look at the game and see how good it is. Also, I hope to give you some good points along the way, so sit back, relax, and let's get started. Also, there are no spoilers in this video, so you don't have to worry about that. Let's get right into the story of this game. As I said, I won't spoil the main game. This game starts off after Sun Wukong has completed his journey to the west, essentially after attaining Buddhahood. The true meaning of attaining Buddhahood has a lot to do with religion, so I won't go into that. But if I were to simply describe it in a sentence, it basically means that the body has given up the pain and suffering and is removed from the cycle of life and death, making him immortal. In the game, the Destined One, the player sets on a journey to retrieve the lost relics. On his way, he has to fight off enemies who are linked to the Chinese pantheon. The developers believed in a narrative form of storytelling where the player does not have to go around looking for clues in the item descriptions and the environment. Instead, all the story is delivered to you by the characters itself. As for the main story, it is a good one. It emphasizes on Buddhist philosophy and shows the old Chinese culture. I loved how they presented the game to the audience and it was beautiful. While some of the writings for the characters were not that great, it was still fun to know about them. If you only play games for their story, this won't be something that would wow you and make you give it a standing ovation, especially if you have read the whole Journey to the West. But for everyone else, it's an engaging one that has the potential to become even greater in the next installments. Yes, by the way, the developers said that there will be more games in the series, so hit that subscribe button if you want more videos on them and all other games coming out. It's free and you can always reconsider later. Oh boy, here's the big one. Any game requires good gameplay to keep the players engaged, self-explanatory, and this game does it well. Myth Wukong has just the right amount of Souls-like elements along with the fast-paced ARPG elements to make it feel unique and satisfying. There have been plenty of games that have Souls-like experience. Some do it well, like Lies of P, while some do it horribly wrong. But this game's mix with the hack and slash mechanics like the Devil May Cry and Bayonetta series makes it fun to play. I know, this is not supposed to be a Souls-like game, even the devs said so, but there are just way too many elements for it to not be considered among one of the games in the genre. Although there are no different weapon types, there are a lot of different spells you can use, different abilities, and 3 different stances. This helps in keeping the player engaged. Different armor sets also grants stats boost, and a complete set grants an additional percentage of boost. So players who likes to min-max their builds to make it as powerful as they can will have the option to do so. There are a lot of things to do in this game. People saying it's a boss rush type of game are not actually wrong. You can go from one boss to another pretty quickly. But for the explorers, there are many hidden areas where you can find precious loot and sometimes even bosses. There are estimates that to fully complete the game, the average time is about 50 hours, which is more than double of what they said 2 years ago. The fighting mechanics are really fun and work seamlessly with different abilities and skills. It's responsive and not very hard for new players. Well, compared to the Souls-like game at least. Game Science focused heavily on the boss design and the fights. They look incredible and at the same time terrifying. Giant wolves, big-headed guy, bug thingy. There are many unique bosses which the player will have a lot of fun fighting. One more thing about the bosses is that they adapt to the playstyle or performance of the player. They transition to the next phase not based on the amount of HP left, but on how well the player is doing on that boss. This could lead to some players facing multiple phases, while others, aka the newbies, might face only 2 on the same boss. Pretty cool if you ask me. This system asks the player to get good without forcing them to. I like it. The performance top. It's an Unreal Engine 5 game, and we all know that it will have some issues with the performance. I have a good PC, not one with a 4090 on it, but it can handle any game I throw at it pretty well, for now at least. But I still see some minor bugs and issues with this game. The performance issues that people talked about before the launch of the game seemed pretty bad, but I have not personally found anything game-breaking yet. For the PS5 version, there still seems to be some major issues though. The graphics looks absolutely gorgeous, but it does come with a pretty hefty price on the power usage. There have been multiple complaints about stutters and game crashing issues. I, however, have been fortunate to not face any major bugs and or game crashes. There have been some stutters here and there, but nothing major. I think I faced more stutters with Elden Ring than this one. However, I must say that everyone's system is different and mileage may vary. The DLSS and frame generation does help out a lot to push this game to stay above 60 FPS all the time. I tried it with my laptop as well, which has a 3060 on it, and it was running it pretty well. All in all, the performance could be better, especially for a AAA game. But what does a AAA game stands for even these days? Anyway, that's enough of me ranting. This game is fairly optimized and further updates will make it even better, just like Elden Ring. As I've said earlier, this game looks amazing. Right from the intro, we get a glance at the environment, the characters, and the setting. It's very well made. The scenes actually make it seem like we are in ancient China, with the house design, the boss arenas, and the shrines. The lip sync, however, is a little off. It is nitpicking really, as the characters are lip synced to match with the Chinese language, so making it dynamic and match with other languages might have been hard, or they didn't really feel like the need to. Either way, you do see it right away at the start, but after like 10 minutes or so, you will forget about it. The music and the sound effects, however, are great. The music makes me feel immersed in the adventure and serves as a great complement to the setting and the environment. The setting is also great. It's from a classic tale from the Chinese mythos which follows the Monkey King into his journey to the west. The pacing, I felt like it could be better. For anyone not wanting to explore the whole area, it would feel like it's boss after boss after boss. The devs came out and said that the people who have played this game have not even completed 60% of it, even though they have completed the main story. Future me here, this statement was made when the game came out. I don't know how much of the game has now been explored or if it's 100% completed. Anyways, carrying on. There is also a secret ending and a final boss, kind of like Melania, who required a whole secret medallion to get to her area and then traverse the annoying Helix tree to get to her. So there's a lot of content and things to find in the game. It's kind of like Elden Ring in the sense that there are a lot of things to do. It's just that the game does not encourage you enough. Maybe it's just me. Let me know in the comments what do you think about it. I would love to hear your thoughts whether or not there is a need to have more exploration for this kind of a game. This game is really good and it could be a contender for the game of the year this year. Its combat mechanics are satisfying. The setting and the main character, Sun Wukong, is a great choice for a game like this. The music and the sound effects are awesome, and the best part is that it's not like one of those 100+ hour games. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love some of those games. Elden Ring is the first one that comes to my mind. But some of the others, like the previous Assassin's Creed game, they were a pain to complete. Looking at all the different YouTube shorts and TikToks about this game also makes me realize that I haven't explored enough, as some of the things I have seen there are very new to me. Anyway, if you are looking for a recommendation, then this game is a great choice. I have already started looking into the full story of Sun Wukong and will make a video about it soon enough. Till then, hit the like and subscribe button so you don't miss out on the video. That's it from me today. See you in the next one.